Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'm gonna give all my thoughts on Bitcoin on the different time frames, starting on the higher time frame, what I think is more likely to happen, and then we'll zoom in and discuss some game plans, some trades I've taken recently and what I'm expecting in the short term, alright, and what my game plans are. So first things first, PrimeXBT is again the sponsor of these videos. A lovely exchange where you can trade all different kinds of assets. Links will be in the description of the video, so make sure to check them out. There will also be 2 promo codes which you can use for a deposit bonus and a reduction on your fees. So it's definitely worth checking them out. So make sure to do so. All right, now let's get into the Bitcoin charts. So I'm gonna be starting off on the weekly, or maybe even on the monthly. Monthly, not that much to mark out here, maybe except for this low, because that low is going to be key. That's last month's low, which got swept here, okay? So automatically the next draw on liquidity is going to be to the upside. Why? Major liquidity to the downside on the higher time frame has been swept, so it's only normal that the draw is going to be to the upside next. So then let's move over to the weekly. So on the weekly, we've been ranging here for ages, basically, and then we saw the strong dump, okay, into this weekly demand area. And then we were ranging for a long time. And then last week, we took out the low, the range low or last month's low, so key liquidity to the downside, as I said earlier. So the next draw is going to be to the upside. So the main range that I'm watching is obviously going to be this one with this low as a range low. So the low initially after the downside, or simply last month's low, and then what's going to be range high, the first high made after we bounced from this low, okay? So that's going to be the key range. Boom, and as you can see, if you zoom out on the lower time frames, you're going to be seeing that the mid-range is going to be pivotal. Beautiful rejection from the mid-range here, and then as you can see, support here. So yeah, went for the lows, clean retest here, and then some upside. So yeah, that's gonna be the key range. Now another range you could be taking here, would be this one. It's just slightly different, a little higher. So from this low we went to these highs. So the only difference is that this high here is going to be more key because it's a high on the weekly as well, right? Because this high isn't a key high on the weekly. All right. My voice is a little okay. Anyways, so what did we see earlier? Well, last week we saw that we took out range low liquidity below here. Okay, then strong bounce, strong buyback. So yeah, that made me think that this was the low in. I personally don't think that will dump below this low. So then we took out some late longers. So people who longed here got stopped out on this, and then beautiful sweep of this key low. Right, took out liquidity here, build a base, then upside, retest, and then strong upside again. Okay, so now we got we took out some liquidity to the upside and obviously saw some downside. What am I watching here in the short term? So if I simply mark out Monday low, Monday high, the daily open, monthly open, and the weekly open, we can clearly see that we're within the Monday range. So Monday high right here and Monday low right here. We deviated above Monday high, the retest got rejected, so it would make sense to me if we would take out Monday low, okay? as you can see, we have some clean demand resting below Monday low, which is nice confluence. So the scenario for me would be if we take out Monday low into this demand and see a strong buyback, reclaim the weekly open, then this tells me that there's a high probability that this is the low in, okay? Then your risk is defined, then you enter here, stops right below the low, and target all the way up to range high, unswept range high here, okay? So key liquidity above these highs, all of this, and daily range high, of course. So that's nice risk reward. Now, what if we don't do that? I would personally wait for a break above the daily open, which lines up perfectly with our mid-range and which is also a pivotal level. As you can see here, 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 here. Okay, so pivotal level lining up with the daily open. Nice confluence. What does that mean? If we start trending up again and we get a strong break above the daily open, then that's your entry. What's your risk then? Below this low, and then exactly the same. Boom. Stop right below the low and target range high. Okay. So those are the upside game plans that I'm watching. Now, what if we break down here? Always be prepared for everything. I think it's very unlikely that we break down. But what if we do, right? If we break below here and this demand, this lower demand right here fails, then I think we'll be taking out last week's low and then things could get ugly. Then I think we could potentially head towards these unswept lows right here and ultimately here. But like I said, I think that's pretty unlikely. Why? Also a big reason why I think that's unlikely is because I think that this is a big accumulation range and not a redistribution range because of this premium, right? Spot has been consistently leading during this range. So I think this range resolves to the upside. If we do break below here, I think it will be or a quick wick or we'll dump, start ranging a little, get a little sweep to the downside and then just head straight up towards range highs. But I think we'll be trading above 40k again within like a month at most. So yeah, these are my game plans. I'm bullish on Bitcoin here. Being bearish doesn't make sense in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, could see a little sweep here of Monday low into this demand. That would be a big long towards range highs. That's what I'm targeting now. I'm already long, so I'm not going to be taking these probably. I'm long from down here. But if I weren't, these would be the game plans I would personally take. All right. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope all of this makes sense. Leave a like if you want and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.